Oh, broke my legs. Okay, guys, welcome back to another part of the Outer Worlds. I had no choice but to resume the video from where I was at the last one, because saving is a little bit of a problem. I'm trying to figure that out, but we'll get to that later. So let's just continue what we were doing. We just stepped out of the bar, spoke to the barmaid. There's nothing else I saw in here that we could do except for go through this door. So let's try. Let's see. Nothing around here, just a toilet. Okay, can't go in there. We're done here. Let us keep exploring. The barbershop. This is where that guy had surgery. Ah, here's the doctor.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
Okay, Conrad. Relax. I'm clean.
So everyone says, until someone forgets to cough into their elbow, and then we're all dying of plague. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
Oh. Okay. I'm looking to repair my ship.
A ship? Dear me. You seem to have lost the ability to distinguish between reality and fantasy. This is what happens when you let your imagination run wild. I don't approve of fantasizing. It's a dreadful habit, corrosive to the mental faculties. You ought to let the vicar take a look inside your head.
Your vicar?
Vicar Maximilian, our man from the OSI, here to spread the message of scientism like a soothing balm upon a feverish head. Or so you'd expect. You'll find him in our local church, probably neglecting his duties.
You don't seem to like him much.
He doesn't seem to like us much. The vicar has not been with us long, and in his relatively short tenure in Edgewater, gives off the distinct whiff of superiority.
Okay, I've got some questions for you.
Go ahead.
You seem to be pretty enthusiastic about this place.
Edgewater has been good to me. I consider myself privileged to work here. I am never wanting for work, not since the plague started.
What do you know about this plague?
The plague's come at us with a vengeance this year. Lost 6 workers in as many months. I wouldn't call them good workers, mind you. If they were any good, they'd have been treated. Still, it is a shame.
What are the symptoms?
Fever, chills, fatigue, aching, vomiting, an excess of phlegm, a tendency towards belly aching.
What you're describing sounds a lot like a flu.
Whatever it may be, I have developed my own palliative. Boiled canid liver and a splash of ethanol.
Ethanol. Jeez, okay. Why don't you treat all your workers?
Company policy, friend. We don't have enough medicine to treat all of us, so we treat the best among us.
That's monstrous.
Nature is monstrous, friend, and this plague is natural selection at work.
Okay. That's all for now. Okay, being reminded we're hungry. We are a little bit thirsty. Let's see if we can sort that out. Need a non-alcoholic beverage. Nasal stimulant. 2-hour energy brew. Hey! Okay, cool. So we can prolong sleep here as well. Damn, do I have anything that is not alcohol? Cider. Juice. We got juice. Can we use it? Let's use the juice. It seems to work a little bit. Okay, cool. That'll be enough for now. Oh, we got some sick people here. Sick people and dead people. And dead people's hearts. Okay, let's take a look. What can we do here? I think I've pretty much gone from the
Keep your
one
distance,
side
friend.
to the other
The
now.
sick house is no place for a traveler.
I appreciate the company and all, but you really ought to leave. You don't want to be seen around me.
Why not?
Because I'm sick. You don't want to associate with people in the sick house. We're not worth your time. I'm in about as much trouble as I can be. No reason you ought to be tarnished by association. People are gonna talk.
I've already stolen things. It's fine. I don't mind.
I don't know which company you work for, but if it's Spacer's choice, boss can still write you up for fraternizing with an incompetent worker. Maybe you don't know this, but there's a real simple reason you don't talk to the plagued. You don't want what we've got.
I've got some training. I could take a look at you.
Don't. Please. I could get into a lot of trouble.
You obviously need help.
That's kind of you to say, I suppose. But I don't need help. What I need is to understand my own folly.
I think I failed
Company
the
always
medical
tells
thing.
us weak spirits lead to weak bodies. If I didn't want to fall sick with plague, maybe I should have worked harder. Maybe I should have taken more pride in my work.
That's ridiculous. You can't blame yourself because you fell sick.
I really wish you wouldn't say those sorts of things. I told you once already. People could be listening. I'm feeling a touch faint. If you don't mind, I'd like to be alone for a spell.
Okay, I'll leave you be. Those little things better not attack me. Oh, all these people are just sleeping. Can't even interact with them. That wasn't stealing, funny enough. Hey, mechanical sentries. That means I'll probably be fighting them later on. Oh, man, there are a lot of dead people here. And I assume they're plague rats. I'm guessing they're shooting the rats. Yep. Okay. Man, I'm dawdling. I'm sorry, guys. But there's so much to take a look at around here. Let's examine this. I think these are the 3 marauders I have to kill.
Friend of mine died a couple weeks back. Still ain't past it.
At least you got your health.
Oh. Okay, we're already here. I think we're already all of these places. Let's go. There. Wait, who are you? Oh, it's Esther. Oh man, it's gonna take a while to explore just this town. But let's go here. Let's go to the Saltuna factory. Hello? Okay, there's no one here. What's in this door here? Storage, most likely. There's gotta be someone I can talk to here. Ooh. Whoa. I'm loving the level design. Can't jump over there. Come here, I want to talk to you. Company worker.
Sorry, I got a lot to do.
Okay. It looks like I actually just have to go to this terminal over here. But I wanted to use the lift. There was a lift.
Some holeheads running around town talking about lost colonists.
I wonder where all the rats came from.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Tenderfoot, eh? I'm guessing you're the foreman.
Foreman Granger. Mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you.
I'll let you get back to work. Apparently I work at the company now. Okay. From the office of Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator, symptoms of infection have now reached a critical mass. I have instructed our staff to
transform the old domicile into a sick house. Plague is a reality of life on the frontier, and the spaces we are expected to face up to reality, and the reality is that we do not carry enough medicine to treat all of you. Medical treatment is a privilege and not a right. We must strive every day to demonstrate our worthiness of that privilege. Wow, okay. If you find yourself suffering the symptoms of...
Ooh, plague. The best thing you can do for yourself and for your family is to don your jumpers and come to work. Work justifies the spirit. Physical illness. Oof, recapitulates. Spiritual weakness. Jeez. Recapsulate. My word. That's it. Engineering. Cool. Okay. I can at least take that thing. Oh, broke my legs. Let's see what's in this terminal. Box. The Edgewater Saltuna canning facility strictly adheres to the Spacer's Choice standards of health and safety. Notice. Schedule your sick leave with your Spacer's Choice foreman and or supervisor. Be considerate towards other members of the Spacer's Choice family. Allow 2 to 4 weeks to process and approve your scheduled sick leave. Wow. Okay, so I'm sick. Now I need 2 weeks to schedule my leave. 2 hours must be compensated to the company. See Reed if you're having trouble paying for your sick leave. We'll try wage deductions ahead. Wow, wage deductions instead. So you have to pay for your sick leave and book it 2 weeks in advance.
Remember, your work invigorates the spirit. Sickness in the body reflects sickness in the mind and sickness in the character. If you find yourself falling ill, it may be time to schedule a meeting with our
local vicar. Guessing he kills people. That's his job. Morbid. Okay. Let's continue. Let's get through this door. Okay, it must just be the other side of the factory I was just in. Yeah. And over here. Let's use it.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we thought. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
That's my cue. Okay.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
Don't worry about it. You must be the town boss. Or I'll wait until you're finished. Let's wait until he's finished.
You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct. My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you?
Alright, Reed, you must be the town boss.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
Yes, Mr. Reed. That's because I don't work for Spacer's Choice.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Alright. My ship needs repairs. I'm looking for a power regulator. Or I don't plan on staying long. Well, obviously I need a power regulator.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer.
Hey.
Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one, and I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
That sounds awfully convenient. Let's hear it. Frying myself? Let me guess. You want me to do something for you before you'll help me? Yes.
My proposition benefits the both of us. Please, hear me out. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
Almost sounds like a marauders. What do you mean? Mostly abandoned.
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
Okay, tell me what I need to do. Or what a surprise. I never would have guessed. I don't think these people will take kindly to losing their power. Let's go with that one.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
I was going to say I saw an option where it said marauders at the bottom, and I was going to ask if they were marauders. Tell me what I need to do. Why? If you want me to solve your deserter problem, I charge by the head. Say why.
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
So he just wants the workers back because he doesn't want to lose his company. It's all just for him. None of what you're telling me is my problem. I've seen Edgewater. I don't blame those workers for walking out. Yeah.
Neither do I. The fault was entirely mine. I pushed them too hard. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
On the one hand, he's like, it's my fault. I realize what I've done wrong. And then he's like, cut their power. I don't know. Alright, Reed, I'll see what I can do to help. How will I recognize Adelaide?
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
These workers must have left town for a reason. What if Adelaide doesn't want to come back? You're asking me to cut off power to an entire community. Let's go for the first one. They must have left for a reason.
That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am ready to make amends if they are willing to return to the fold. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
I hope so. Alright, Reed, I'll see what I can do to help you.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Alright, sure, I could use the company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Alright, let's get going. Hey, level up! And sleep deprivation, I knew this would come. I saw my bars over there going down a little bit. So in supernova difficulty, yes, you must sleep on your ship every day to prevent exhaustion. Without sleep, your exhaustion will get worse over time in 4 stages, reducing your temperament, intelligence, and strength at each stage, before eventually death. All Spacer's Choice employees are required to get a minimum of 2 hours of rest every day to maintain focus. Man, I wish I could live with just 2 hours of rest. Oh yes, and companions. That's why I said I wanted them to accompany me. It's our first companion in the game. This should make it a lot easier on the difficulty I'm playing with. So you gain companions. They are characters that will join you in your adventures and help you in a variety of ways. Companions provide combat support. Their skills enhance your skills. They increase your carrying capacity. Thank you. You can also unlock special companion combat abilities with the inspiration skill. Learn more about your companions in the companion ledger. Okay, cool. So let's see. We also have skills. They are in the red. I'm guessing it's because I'm tired and I need to eat and drink some water. So I'll sort that out now. Gotta focus on melee. I have started on it. I can't focus too much on ranged, even though I want to. We did say we're gonna make a melee character, and then of course dialogue. Oh, we need more dialogue. Okay, apply that. Cool. Combat dialogue abilities. You've unlocked the combat skill. When attacking the correct type of target, they are automatically debilitated. Sweet. Journal. Okay, of course, just my codex. Some people may require completing another quest before they will assist you. You can check your quest log for dependencies. Okay, sweet. That sounds good. Can I say anything else to you?
If you could see your way to getting us our power back, I'd appreciate it.
Alright, Reed. I want to talk to you about something.
Go ahead.
What else can I ask him? Ooh, have you taken a look around your town lately?
It is my job to keep 2 eyes on my town. I am the steward of this place, and this is my watch post.
How long have you worked here?
I'm trying to remember, 25 years, 26. When you get to my age, the years just rush by. You stop counting altogether. I remember looking out this window and seeing the veils spread out from horizon to horizon. We were a sprawling town. We were booming. Times change, people change, but the veil will always be here. Spacer's choice will always be here. Our work won't ever end. I take comfort in that.
Whoa, okay. The town is falling to pieces.
I wish you wouldn't say things like that.
You disagree?
Yes, as a matter of fact. When I stand at my window and look out over my town, here's what I see. I see decent, loyal, hard-working people. I see a family. We are all part of the Spacer's Choice family. We are all doing what we were brought into this world to do.
Okay. You're loyal to Space's Choice.
This is a Spacer's Choice town. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. The company keeps us warm, keeps us fed, keeps us working. Loyalty's got nothing to do with it, friend. This is good old-fashioned gratitude.
Okay, if you say so. Let me ask you something else.
Go ahead.
What makes you think I can convince those deserters to come back?
That you are not one of us may work to your advantage. Adelaide and her folk loathe the people of Edgewater, you see. I admit the fault was mine. I'm about as diplomatic as a bristling canid. I just hope Adelaide and her folk will see their way past my flaws and return to town.
Don't blame yourself. Sometimes people move on. It's the way of things. This is an ugly place to live. Of course people are going to walk away.
Nature is uglier. There is safety here. Safety and purpose. But not all of us see that. And I cannot force that vision upon them. Yes, we have lost good workers to desertion. We have lost even more to plague. But it is why we must square our shoulders and carry on.
Alright. Don't think there's
Go
anything
ahead.
else I can ask him. Let's just double check. Okay, if you expect me to talk to this Adelaide person, I could use a little information.
Adelaide was our only flavor specialist. We are a Saltuna canning institution. Saltuna without flavor is like a cysty pig without tumors, borderline inedible.
Oh, okay. Don't you people eat anything other than Saltuna?
Were it up to me, friend, I'd stack our larders with Saltuna galore. No other brand of Saltuna adds as much vim or vigor to the body's humors. But, and this is something we must keep between the two of us, Saltuna is hard to come by, what with being a species indigenous to the seas of another world.
Oh, hang on. So what are you canning here exactly?
Oh, we've scavenged together some organic material from the surrounding environs. Mostly organic, mostly local mushrooms. Some of which possess a texture akin to a well-boiled slab of salt tuna. The difference is all but impossible to detect to any but the prissiest of palate.
Okay, so they're just selling knockoff foods here.
Go ahead.
Okay, cool. I should go. Okay, cool. So that is all I can say to him. Can I say anything to you?
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Righto. Ah! Okay. I'm watching you.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
Okay. So this is about the deserters. So what's the other side of it?
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
Well, I mean, he's not even making Saltino, so I can't blame you. I can't blame anybody for wanting to leave. This town's got issues.
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Okay. I suppose it couldn't hurt. We'll stop by.
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Anything else you gotta say?
Something you need?
Let's see. Perception. I noticed you mentioned a dad. Yeah, I think we've talked about that. Yeah, dad. Yep. Okay, cool. Let us get going. Let's go visit Mr. Vicar. Yeah, let's go visit Vicar Max and see what he's got to say. Hey, and that's like an observatory, I suppose?
I'll just be a minute.
Some kind of chapel?
You had a minute. Next one comes out of your pay.
Ouch.
Ease off the threats, friend. I'm going.
Boss's orders. We all got quotas to make.
Carry on.
Carry on. We don't run into boxes, you know? Let's go speak to the vicar. Maybe let my textures load a bit. Jeez.
It's too clean.
Oh, that's a nice chandelier. Can I make it look like a perfect circle? Kind of. Hey, who are you?
Talking to the good vicar always lifts up my spirits. Our place in the universe is fixed.
Okay. Is it?
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you round here too often.
Oh, I just came to talk to the vicar is all. None of us are above confessionals.
Sorry, I forgot. I just need to sort out my hunger and my thirst here, because that's pulling all my stats down. So I'm going to use some salt tuna fillets, some dehydrated water, and then yeah, the 2-hour energy brew. Yeah, cool. That should sort me out for now.
What have you got to confess? You ain't thinking of deserting, are you?
What? No. And I resent the accusation.
Wasn't nothing but a question. Do excuse me.
I must be on my way. Verity to you.
I resent the accusation.
Work fortifies the spirit.
Okay, so this is Resident. We know her name is Mary.
Work fortifies the spirit.
At least we got a name for the one resident. That helps. I resent the accusation. Vicar.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
Let's see what he's got to say. Pavati wanted to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do. Let's hold that off. How did you know I'm an outsider?
Not to put too fine a point on it, but your choice of wardrobe is not precisely common hereabouts. Also, you lack the distinctive worker gaze. Usually either a deadening behind the eyes, or in some rare cases, a wild-eyed frenzy, like a trapped animal. Pretty universal here. Except for Miss Holcomb, who, for some reason, doesn't seem to have much to say to me. Isn't that right?
It's just... there's more to it all than numbers. Sorry.
Maybe it's because you're so dismissive. Quite inappropriate for Vicar, isn't it?
Oh, nothing could be further from the truth. I'm simply bemoaning the level of spiritual awareness in this town.
I don't like this guy. Sounds like you're pretty terrible at your job, Vicar.
No, I am not. Though there is something to your accusation. It is wrong for me to succumb to distress. I must double my efforts to elevate my flock. These are good, hard-working people here.
Alright. So what sort of spiritual advice do you offer here?
They who are not satisfied with their work are satisfied with nothing. No. How about, work fortifies the spirit. True exhaustion awaits idle hands.
Hey? Seriously? That's what you're selling here?
Selling? No. It is free for all who seek it. I'm sorry you don't find these tried and true words of wisdom to your liking.
Ew, he's very aggressive. I was actually asking about what your religion was all about.
The OSI teaches that the Grand Architect set a perfect system in motion at the beginning of time. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in that grand plan.
Okay, what does OSI stand for?
The Order of Scientific Inquiry, also known as scientism to the layperson.
And how do you talk to this Grand Architect? Prayer, meditation, or what?
You don't talk to the Grand Architect. Once the universe was set in motion, it stepped back. It has no concern for us.
Okay, it doesn't sound like a very motivational religious philosophy. What is there to aspire to?
We will eventually decode the plan and all its intricacies. Once we are able to deduce the properties of every particle in the universe and its trajectory, we will know everything. The future, the past, each person's place within the plan, all will be laid out before us, removing struggle and bringing peace. No one will ever need question their path again. Some even believe this ultimate knowledge will unlock mankind's true potential, and we will all become akin to grand architects ourselves, after a fashion.
Ooh, and then you guys don't have to actually use mushrooms in your soul tuna. Really? How does that work? Tell me more.
Well, first there's the matter of the secret blood rites and animal sacrifices. I'm kidding. Seriously, though, to truly understand the metaphysics involved takes years of study and contemplation.
Okay, Pavati wanted to talk to you.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Dear oh me. Fix the geothermal plant. Cut power to the Adelaide's deserters. Cut power to the deserters. You should answer quickly. We're in a hurry. Let's go for the second one.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
Alright, so what do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Should we not convince the deserters to return to the fold and then cut the power to Edgewater? Is that even possible?
Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
Okay, and why is that?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
Okay, why would a vicar be after a banned heretical book? A handsome sum, you say? Tell me more. I'll assume you'll burn it when you get your hands on it. All very fascinating, I'm sure, but I've got to get going. Let's ask him why would he be interested.
I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
Guessing it's useful. Seems to me the authorities would rather be interested to hear. You're after this contraband text.
On the contrary, my position means that I am one of the few legally allowed to possess such items. But do not worry. You'll be safe since you are acting on my behalf.
You make a compelling argument. Maybe I'll get your book and sell it to someone else. All very fascinating, I'm sure, but I've got to get going. Okay, let's see. You make a compelling argument.
Glad we see eye to eye. It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
I need to know a little bit more about this book before I agree to this.
It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it.
Okay, I'll look for your book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Alright, Vicar Max? Is that all you got to say?
Any progress on that matter we discussed?
No, I'm still here. I haven't found your book yet.
Please, get it.
You seem to be pretty concerned about that book. Care to tell me why?
A religious text deemed heretical by the OSI is an unsafe object at large. Though I understand why a collector would desire to possess such a rare book. Because I'm also a collector of books. Rare things in this colony. Appreciation of the written word outside monthly periodicals is virtually unknown here.
Okay. I thought of something else I need to be doing. Bye. Okay, let's leave this place. You got anything to say?
Where are we headed?
Home. Unless you mention your dad a lot, but never your mother.
That's on account of how I never met her.
Oh. I mean, she's dead?
I don't rightly know. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
Ouch, okay. Is that normal?
Well, I don't know about normal. Dad said she worked under some kind of special contract. It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers.
You mentioned something earlier that I wanted to ask you about.
You mean about the mission being too clean?
Oh, okay. Is it too clean? It's a church.
I know, but Vicar says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicar sees is one that ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass.
That makes no sense. You're a mechanic. Whenever you see a machine, it's in need of fixing. It's an ideal, not what we live in, but what we strive for. Then why do you want to talk to him?
The Vicar's about the only soul in the Vale who spends his time thinking on what is and ain't right. It's just that when he looks at me, I feel I'd disappoint him.
Alright, let's get back to it. Okay, cool. I need to get back to my spaceship and save before I lose all my progress. So let's see. Can I use my map here? Map? Ah, it's a local one. Okay. I can choose region. Can I fast travel to my ship? Beautiful. Okay. Because I remember playing Fallout on its most difficult difficulty, and poof, you could not fast travel. You had to run everywhere, and that was a pain. However, it was quite fun, I suppose, having to fight through the world just to get to a location. Made it last a lot longer, that gameplay. Let's get into here and save. Then we can look for a book and do everything else. But for now, I'm going to say goodbye to everyone. You'll have to check me on the next episode, and I hope to see you all soon again. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up, give me a like, and if you want to see more and get notified as soon as new videos come out, smash the subscribe button as well, and I'll see you on the next episode. Cheers.